So hi, I'm Dr. Truett Cooper with Tuckahoe Orthopaedics. I specialize primarily in foot and ankle problems here. That can be anything from chronic deformity problems or things people are born with, or certainly injuries, and progressive things like arthritis. The most common things I tend to see would be things like bunions or hammer toes, any kind of painful conditions of the toes. Certainly there are surgeries for that. Not everyone requires surgery, but in cases where it's needed, perform a fair number of those. Also see a lot of ankle arthritis, tendon problems such as the Achilles tendon, problems related to flat feet or arches that are too high. Pretty much the whole spectrum of any kind of problem, basically from below the knee to the toes. So I have been pretty extensively involved in research over the past few years, working a lot on disorders of the toes, bunions and bunionettes and hammer toes and things like that. I've also done some work with ankle replacements. We're starting to do more and more of those, and really in this country in the last several years those have come a long way to where it's becoming an increasingly good option for people with ankle arthritis. In the past, the only option a lot of times was a fusion, but now the ankle joint can be replaced very similarly to the way a hip or knee can be replaced, and so that's a particular area of interest of mine. Originally I'm from Florida, but I went to college at Washington and Lee, and that's what ultimately originally brought me to Virginia, and then I stayed in Virginia and went to medical school at the University of Virginia. After that I did my orthopedic surgery training at Ohio State University, and then did an extra year fellowship in orthopedic foot and ankle reconstruction. So my wife's from the Maryland area, and we were fond of Virginia, so we came back here with our 2 children, and here we are. We've been here about 3.5 years.